Well, YouTube, I'm at it again. The new battery I bought is defective. It doesn't charge up all the way, and it discharges way too fast. So, for the time being, I'm going to hook my batteries up in parallel, which isn't a problem. It's not going to short anything out or nothing. Either I'm going to run them separately since they have their own on-off switches. That way I could just turn one battery on, turn one battery off, and keep going, or just run them both at the same time, depending what I feel like doing. I'm kind of winded. I don't feel too good right now. I'm doing the best I can, though. I haven't done any e-bike stuff for like almost a week. I've been contacting the seller in China. Even though I got the battery from California, I've been dealing with China over the return of the battery. And it's not going well because they're contacting me like with one message every day, and then I contact them and I know they're still there, but then they wait 24 hours to contact me again. It's like, come on guys, really? So they're trying to drag this shit out as long as they can so that I'm no longer covered by AliExpress's return policy, is what it feels like. I've had that happen to me before on Amazon with Chinese Amazon sellers in China. They try to drag that shit out as long as they can in the hopes that you miss their return window, so that it doesn't cost them anything, and then it just ends up being Amazon that, or PayPal, where it ends up having to foot the bill for the return. So luckily, when I had to cut this connector off of this here because it didn't match with this connector. It's obviously bigger. Luckily, I left a wire on it though, so that I can reattach it to. I'm going to attach it to this one right here. I'm going to cut the end off of this one and then attach this onto this one, and it should give me enough. I should have enough slack to reach both batteries and everything. But for now, I'm going to disconnect this, and then I'm going to get my wire cutters out and start cutting this off. And no, so in order to return this battery, I have to print out a return label, and then I have to take it to the post office, which is weird because last I checked, you're not supposed to ship lithium batteries at the post office, but apparently you can now. I'm like, okay, that's new. Usually it's got to be like FedEx or DHL or something that handles it. So, guess they changed that policy. Because I want to completely disconnect this from the controller, I think. I don't want to leave this connected to the controller when I'm doing this either, so I'm going to completely disconnect this whole thing. You need to be careful not to touch those two prongs coming out of the controller, because there's still power in your capacitors in your controller. If you bridge those things with your hand or something, you can zap the shit out of yourself. So don't do that. I think this thing's, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta be careful with this too, because this T connector like gets split. I don't know where the rest of my T connectors are. I would use a different one. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tape this up better now that I have it off of here. I gotta get my strippers out of here anyway. Please tell me I left the tape in here. Shoot, I didn't leave the tape in here, did I? Oh, Larry, come on, man. Why didn't you leave the fucking tape in here, dude? Tape's in the house. Well, where's that piece of tape I had at? It's on there. I'm gonna reuse that, I guess. I think, unless I balled it up already. What happened to my tape I had? I had a piece of tape on here. Where'd it go? Is that it? Shoot. There it is. Use this, I guess. Where's it cut at? Where are you cut at, buddy? Over here. Now I can't find the brake. Where did it get cut at? The hell? I can't find it now. Was it on here? No. Oh, there it is. I found it. Some tiny little break in there. Wrap this up better. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then, I gotta unwrap. You know, I have a whole bunch of tape right here because I gotta unwrap this. I gotta cut this off. Gotta cut this one off in here. I was gonna use my long ass super thick zip ties on this, but I think I'm gonna use this other bag of zip ties I bought. They're not as thick as the ones I have, but they're about the same length. Because I'm gonna zip tie this be zip tying this here triangle battery to the. Probably gonna leave that on there to the seat post. So yeah, because I like my battery mounts janky is all, I guess. I don't know. All right. So mom's gonna end up giving me a ride to a UPS store to print out the label if I end up returning it. I'm just trying to get what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to send me a new battery so that I can send them the old battery. Because if they send me a new battery, I could talk them into sending me a return label so I don't have to print anything out, because that's going to cost me extra money because I don't have a printer. It'll cost me like a few bucks or a couple dollars or something to go to the UPS store to print it out, and if I was even made a little bit more money, I wouldn't care, but I'm poor as you know what, so every dollar counts, especially if I don't have to spend a dollar. These wires are soft but super thick. Kind of like me. Anyways. And yes, I know there's a bit of discrepancy in the size of these butt splices and these other wires, but it's like, it's what I gotta do. This one's being a bit of a pain in the booty. It happens. Booty pains and all that. There we go. There we go. Okay. The tape that I had, I'm gonna wrap this all up. Got another split damn wire, dude. What the hell? Just gonna wrap this up with this leftover tape here. Reused tape. It should all reach. That's just about right. Okay, let's go ahead and see about putting this triangle battery back on here. If I have enough room to sandwich it in here between the... yeah, I got plenty of room on here still. Just about plenty of room, I should say. I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Oh, I broke one of my mom's dining room chairs. I was sitting in it and I was cooking something, because being 6'3", I can sit down in the kitchen and cook. I can reach everything. And I dropped something, so I leaned down to pick it up, and one of the legs started to crack. Luckily, I hopped off the chair before it collapsed under me, because then that would have been horrible. Horrible. But yeah, so she's like, "You gotta buy me a chair." I'm like, "Mom, what money? Am I gonna buy you a whole chair?" It's one thing to be able to make payments on a battery. I don't think I can make payments on a chair that's gonna match your dining set. And besides, there's 4 chairs and there's only 3 people that live in the house, and we hardly ever get visitors, so I think we're gonna be okay. It's just math, you know. It's science. Okay. Not really science. Like woodworking. What the hell did I just had the zip ties. What the hell did I do with them? Oh. Why did I put them there? That's so weird. I put them under my feet. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell there, Larry? What are you doing, man? I'm going to put quite a few of these on here. Probably like 3 per slot or something. That'd be about the equivalent of what I had on there before. I got lots of these zip ties. Is a 100-pack zip tie, and I've only used maybe 10 of them before this, so lots of zip ties. See, that's like I said, man. If you have an e-bike DIYer in your life and you don't know what to get them for Christmas, electrical tape and zip ties, and they will love you forever. Or I'm going to buy them a bike. I don't know if you have the money, but if you don't, electrical tape and zip ties are what you want to get your e-bike DIY person in your life. You can never have enough of that stuff. I know it's not going to work exactly as I wanted it to, but whatever. Nothing ever quite works exactly like I want it to. Well, occasionally something works exactly like I want it to. I shouldn't say nothing, you know. Sometimes it works. I mean, sometimes I get my brakes adjusted just right. Sometimes I change my tube and the valve stem straight when I get done putting it back in there. I'm gonna, aside from attaching to the seat post, I have a loop I left on here. There's this loop right here. I don't know if you can see that. That's going to get attached to either side of the rack, so that'll stabilize it. It's not going to be super snug, but it'll keep it from knocking and swaying around a little bit more. A lot more, a little more, I don't know. Livermore. Liverwurst. I used to like liverwurst until I realized what it was made from, and I was like, nope, I don't like that anymore. You know, it's also the fact that I like it when I was a kid. And when you're a kid, your taste buds aren't fully developed until like later on in life. And as my taste buds developed, they also developed a lack of taste for liverwurst. So, yeah, that's that story for you. It's just gonna sway until I get those other ones on there. So now my bike's going to be way heavier again too. I'm adding 12 more pounds to it. Of course, if this fails, then I won't have an e-bike anymore because it'll catch on fire and explode, and that'll be the end of that. Let's hope that doesn't happen though. I don't see why it would. And I'll know right when I turn it on, if it's not, it'll pop, and I'll be like, oh, bye-bye e-bike, bye-bye YouTube fun. It's a little bit better. Still swaying quite a bit though. Oh, fuck, I keep forgetting about my damn finger. I can't really put too much pressure on my index finger. My index and my middle finger are screwed up on my left hand. They seize up if I put too much pressure on them. Fun. So I'm gonna have to use my thumb and my other finger. Whichever, I don't remember the technical term. Well, I can do it that way if I don't. Shit, I need to be able to. Cut all this excess off of here. Probably should have done this before I. Oh well. That's kind of loose. I need to tighten that out more. This is what you got to do when you're a DIY person. You got to get creative with how you mount your shit on your bike sometimes. Especially when you've got a triangle battery and a folding frame, and you're like, Larry, why did you buy triangle batteries for a folding frame? It's like, well, at first they were on a different bike. They were on a triangle frame bike. Well, at least the front one was. The rear one has always been on this bike. But yeah, that's what I did. I gotta attach these other zip ties on here. I'm gonna make it a little crooked. I don't really. Well, no, I better. Shit. Oh well, I'll just. What I should have done is I'm gonna undo that one. What I should have done is pulled it to a certain point and then stopped, put the other one on, leveled those off, and then tightened it up on the other side. So I'm gonna redo that. Obviously, screw that up. Let's do this again. Make sure this is like as straight as I could possibly get it in here before I tighten these down. I remember my bike's also tilted too because of the kickstand, so it's a little visual perception issue I'm having. It's right where I start to feel it tug on the battery. That's where I needed to pull it to. Yeah, some kind of emergency happening. I hear sirens, fire engine horn. Telling people, get the fuck out of the way, I'm trying to get to an emergency, dumbass, move. Okay, and I gotta go to the other side. Tighten them down over there. Oh, goddamn. I had a pot pie for breakfast because I'm weird. That's what I had. That's what I ate because I'm weird. So I'm probably not going for a ride today. I'm gonna try to upload this video I'm making right now. Plus, I got the ride video I tested the battery on, which is how I determined it was defective because it didn't get shit for range. So, so look at that. Once you get that all on there, it's like it moves a little bit, but not very much. Oh, it's moving very much. Never mind. It's kind of pushing. No, I can move that a little bit too. Yeah. I gotta go plug the batteries in. That's the fun part. It's always the scary part. I gotta get back up. Oh, shoot, there goes my camera mount getting yanked downward. That was not great. Shoot. Trying to get these on here in such a way that I don't scrape the shit out of my legs with them while I'm riding, or mounting and dismounting the bike and stuff. The usual stuff you deal with on e-bikes and such and stuff. So this, yeah, that just barely reaches, but it reaches. That's the important thing. Whoa, shit, that spark. Why did that spark? Oh wait, that wasn't even turned on. Why did that spark? So yeah, they're both on here now. I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about on this bike. I'll make sure this other battery back here is turned off first. So I don't want them on at the same time right now. Oh, it actually is on. Shit. I wonder why it sparked. Okay, so for now I'm gonna turn this one on. I'm gonna show you the voltage of the old battery fresh off charge. It's 52.4 volts. Can you see that? That's the old battery. Turn that one off. Turn it off there. Turn the other one on. The other one, brand new battery, is sitting at 53.2 volts. I just unplugged it yesterday and it went down 0.5 of a volt just sitting in there, not plugged into the charger. It shouldn't have done that. So yeah. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, I have two parallel batteries on here now. The voltage is not where it should be, but I'll get capacity, extend the range of my bike by about 6 miles. That's what it should do. Until I either get a replacement battery or did I shut this off? Yeah, I did. Or get a refund and buy another battery and do another payment plan with PayPal. So, but I just did increase the weight of my bike by 12 pounds, so that sucks. That's the drawback to doing this, is the increased weight. And now I have all this cable I got to deal with. That's not bad. I'll just zip tie it to the zip ties right there, and then I'll zip tie it to the frame right here, and that'll be good. Okay. All right. I don't want to do this. Let's do the frame part first. Ugh, man. With the rack, I mean, I'm zip tying it to the rack. And we'll just zip tie this bunch of wires right here to the zip ties. And there we go. It's all set for now. Okay guys, that's all I had to do. They're both plugged in, they both work. They're just shit. They're just defective batteries. But you know what, if it turns out, the only other thing it could be is if my controller's fucked up. And it's not, sorry I said the F word, I try not to do that, but I did it this time. If my controller's screwed up, then that might be why the voltage is reading wrong, because it's kind of weird that my old battery's having a low voltage issue and then my new battery's having a low voltage issue. So I'm like starting to wonder maybe if it is the controller, it means I got to buy a new controller that'll match up with my rear wheel that I just noticed has a 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. There's spokes. I need to replace them some more. Oh man, I got 2 broken spokes in there. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not even in the mindset to deal with broken spokes right now. So that's not happening. It is not crappening right now. Okay. Should I put all this crap away now? Throw all my zip tie remnants away. So mom was like, Larry, 1 or 2 zip tie remnants is okay, but like a whole pile. Come on, man. So see, this is similar to how my bike used to be set up, but before I had the electric battery in the frame, I had my other high-long battery from another e-bike on top of the frame with the controller, this controller mounted on those 2. Then in the back I had this triangle battery, or no, I had this triangle battery I have on the front used to be back here, and then I had 2 of those blue shrink wrap like 48 volt 14 amp hour packs in here, and then this battery, oops, I touched this damn lens, it's probably a little smudgy now, dang it. That's my shirt, guys. This battery was parallel with the 2 blue batteries that were in here, and then these other 2 in the front were parallel together. And I had 5 batteries on this bike, and I had like, even with all that, because of my size, I still only had about a 50-mile range, but I had a 50-mile range, and I only rode like maybe 30 miles at most back then, so I never had range anxiety. And that's just a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago that setup was like that. So, but now it's like, my batteries keep crapping out on me. It sucks. Anywho, let me go ahead and I'm gonna strap this battery down again too. Oh, geez Louise. I'll go ahead and put this back on here as tight as I can get it. That's good. I got more slack that time. All right, that's on there. I got one more bungee I want to put on there. Oh man, I gotta plug all these batteries back in when I'm done. I think I had this just loosely on here. Doesn't really do anything. It's not really taut enough on there, but it's not going to fall off and I'll know where it is. I'm just gonna put the bike away. I'm not even gonna plug it in. If I'm good, feeling good, I might try to go for a ride later, test my handiwork out. Oh no, wait, I'm not going anywhere. I got broken spokes I gotta fix. I gotta do that first before I do anything. So I'll do that tomorrow, I guess. This is gonna be my content for the weekend, I guess. My uploads. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. So remember, it would be super duper awesome if you could like, subscribe, comment, share. Subscribers, thanks for hanging in there, new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, random viewers. Consider subscribing. I'm really winded. I've got over, I'm gonna sit down. I got over 3,500 videos uploaded to my YouTube channel for your entertainment pleasure. Also, damn, I'm so winded. Don't forget to check out the links in my description. I've got e-bike brands down there. I've got Depth diagnostic tools and Insta360 action cameras and accessories. If you need a bike, diagnostic tools, e-bike accessories, a camera or camera accessories, check out the description. Use my discount code, save yourself some money. It helps me out because I get a referral payment, and then they make some money, and we all are happy because we all get what we want. And I really need money right now because I'm struggling a lot. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching my video, and remember to have a wonderful wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next e-bike video. Okay, bye.